shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Your boy Chris. I'm out on the Gold Wing today. Out on the 2016 Honda Gold Wing. Decided to get the ride in. Today is the first day that I actually got out to test out my VIOFO motorcycle dual dash cam that I installed on this 2016 Honda Gold Wing. It's a good day for a ride. 63 degrees out. Barely missed a lot of rain that came up from Florida. I think they got a tropical storm. So we had rain to the south, to the east, and to the north of us. But we missed it. We made it. So I'm out here just doing a test ride. Just want to see how the footage is going to look on this VIOFO. Got the GoPros in 4K. But the default settings on my default settings are 1920, I guess 1080p at 30 frames per second on the VIOFO. 1080p at 30 frames per second. So how does it look to you guys? I just want to give you guys a look at the dual cameras that I installed on the Honda Gold Wing. I know some of you said I should install it on the new Gold Wing. Some of you said this previous generation Gold Wing. I tell you what, I'm actually impressed. I may even get a second unit and install it on the new Gold Wing. So far so good. I like the way everything turned out. I'm loving the app. One thing I like about the app is you can make all your changes to your settings right there within the app. Kind of nippy. I'm trying to grab my plug for my heated vest. I can tell the temperature is dropping, but it feels good to be out on the Gold Wing. Let's see if we can turn on my heated vest. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So right now my settings that I have on the camera again is 1080p 30 frames per second, which is default. I turned off the loop recording, so I'm not sure if it's just going to be a continuous record, just straight continuous. I'm hoping that it is. The default looping times are 1 minute, I think 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and a maximum of 10 minutes. So I'm not sure with the looping, does it record 10 minutes, slice the recording, and then continue with another 10 minutes and keep splicing every 10 minutes? Or does it delete the 10 minutes that it recorded and starts over again? So I'm not 100% sure how the loop recording works, but it defaults to 1 minute. I'm not sure if it records up to a certain point, delete what it recorded, start over, record up to a certain point, delete, start over, or does it just splice it every so many minutes? So if I have it set on 10 minutes, does it go 10 minutes, splice, 10 more minutes, splice, 10 more minutes? Some of you guys out there may have a better idea of how loop recording works. I don't generally get into loop recording, but the system, it defaults to a loop recording 1 minute with a maximum of 10. So right now I have the loop recording off, so I'm hoping that it'll just record for just a continuous amount of minutes non-stop. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm out here just cruising, trying to get the ride in before the bad weather comes in. Right now it's 63 degrees, but this weekend they're talking about a high in the mid 40s. So I think it's supposed to get down in what, the 30s tonight or something. I'm not 100% sure, but it's supposed to get cold. It's supposed to get cold out here. So just decided to get the ride in to do a little test ride. One thing I like about this VIOFO is that it records audio as well. So if you was parked and you was recording, it could pick up audio, ambient audio, which is pretty cool. So it's a lot of features. I need to learn the settings. We got some different settings on the exposure in case the sun is too bright, in case it's too dark. You can go in and change your exposure settings on the fly. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm just out here trying to get it in. Hopefully you guys like what you're seeing. If you've been keeping up with my videos, I plan to post some Gold Strike videos here soon coming up, so stay tuned to the channel. I got some more Gold Strike accessories that I'm gonna install on the Gold Wing. One thing about Gold Strike, for this month coming up, sometimes they're gonna be having a Black Friday sale. That's right. So if any of you out there have been wanting to get your Gold Strike accessories, Gold Strike is going to be having a Black Friday sale, and also Gold Strike is going to be having a Cyber Monday sale as well. And don't forget that when you buy your Gold Strike products during checkout, be sure to put in at checkout the word Caliente for a 10% discount. Capital CALIENTE. That's your promo code. You're gonna get 10% off your purchase. 10% off. So now is the time. If you guys been waiting to get some Gold Strike accessories for the holidays, this would be a good time. Use that Caliente promo code to get 10% off your order. Hey, how cool is that? So I'm just out here cruising. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that when I installed the cameras on the bike, I forgot to mention that on the camera itself is an arrow. That arrow needs to sit in the 12 o'clock position. If your mount is upside down, the arrow needs to sit in the 12 o'clock upright position. If you mount the camera with the mount upside down or upright, the arrow on the camera needs to be in the upright position. If you look on the camera, you see an arrow. See that little arrow on the camera? Well, that arrow sits upright. It's supposed to be in the 12 o'clock position. So if you're mounting the camera upside down, for example, the arrow needs to be in the 12 o'clock position. If you was mounting the camera upright like this, then you need to turn the camera around where that arrow would be in the upright position. So regardless of the way the mount is mounted, you want to make sure that the arrow is at the 12 o'clock position. So I forgot to mention that during the installation video. The easiest way to adjust the cameras is get your app connected to the unit and hold your phone where you can see the cameras as you're making your adjustments. But you want that arrow in the 12 o'clock position. I just wanted to put that out there for anybody that's watching this video that may consider picking up the VIOFO dual motorcycle dash cam for their Gold Wing. And this thing also will fit on a Can-Am Spider. It'll fit on probably fit on a Slingshot, a trike. Now if I had any complaints or if I could make any changes, and I'm not sure if it's really a complaint, but This VIOFO, the cables are not real long. They're not very long. So I'm wondering, and I need to find out, if they have some extension cables that you can tie in line to extend the length of the cables. I mean, that would really be great, because some bikes are longer than others. You know, the Goldwing is 10 feet long. You know, what if you want to put the main unit in the trunk? You know, everybody's not comfortable with drilling. You guys saw that I put my main unit in the saddlebag, which is cool. But what if you want to put the main unit in the trunk? So I wish that they had some cables to extend the line. Now, I'm not sure, they might already have them. I need to reach out to VIOFO. And they're actually located in Asia. They're overseas, watching my videos overseas. So if I had any complaints, I wish that I could extend the line on the cables to give you an option of where you want to put your main unit. So I felt that with the link that I had, that the saddlebag was probably the best place to put it. If I had placed that main unit underneath the seat, then I would have to take off the seat just to take out the SD card to download the footage. So I wanted to be able to put that SD card, I wanted to be able to put the main unit in a convenient place that I can easily have access to the SD card. So I'm just out here cruising, rambling on the Goldwing, just testing out this VIOFO, trying to see how the footage is gonna look doing playback at 1080p, 30 frames per second, out on the Goldwing. And one thing about VIOFO, they make dash cams for automobiles as well, not just motorcycles. So be looking out. You never know. I might do a later video installing the VIOFO motorcycle, or correction, installing the VIOFO dash cam for an automobile. So I have the settings on off as far as the loop recording is concerned, and I'm hoping that it gives me one continuous recording. Another thing about this system is that the maximum micro SD card that you can put in this thing is I think it's a 256 gigabyte. Now I placed a 128 gig micro SD card in my unit. I think it actually came with like a 56 gig card or some smaller card. So I replaced it with a 128. But I think the maximum that you can put in here is a 256 for longer recording times. So the installation was fairly simple, fairly easy. Everything is color coded. On this GPS sensor, you want to put that around the center of the bike. One camera to the front, one camera to the rear, and you can place your remote control in your desired location. For me, I put it right here on the dash. Put it right on the dash. So I'm just out here getting it in, y'all. Well, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. If you guys like this video, be sure to click the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And be sure to sign up for the Chris Caliente Facebook group, the hottest Facebook group in the land, where we talk about anything, every day, all day. This is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing. Out on the Goldwing, testing out this VIOFO dual motorcycle dash camera on the Honda Goldwing GL 1800. And I will, as always, I will talk to you guys later. See ya.
dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette, yeah. Riding around the city with a stick all black. Try with a stroke, but we ain't with all that, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Made $1 million and I can't go back. Got a lot of jewelry on me, man, you can't hold that. 12 asking better, tell him that I ain't so crack. Know your money long when your people can't afford that. I'm ballin', yeah. My mama told me that I did my calling. I keep that stick, I don't do no brawling. Open out the doors and let them all in here. Yeah, they all in here. Ooh, big dog. We come out the pound, so we big dog. Heavy patty gun and break my wrist off. I'm young out of rocket, bout to lead dog. 3, 2, 1, I got big dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette, yeah. Riding around the city with a stick all black. Try with a stroke, but we ain't with all that, yeah. Big dog status, I'm a big